Okay. Hello. I was bored, so I just figured I'd make this video and just do a little ramble. So I just wanted to talk about the state of the game and preseason and goals for myself and just other stuff. I don't know. Just felt like rambling. So this season, I finally got Masters, not playing Enchanters, and finally I really find it ironic. I said that and then I look at my match history and it's just the last 3 games I played Enchanters since I've been Masters because I just want to hold it. But I'll just pull up my match history. Let's do Yeah, I played mostly Zyra this season, and I was pretty happy about getting Masters, and I just felt like doing a ramble about like what I thought about the season and the state of the game. So I think Zyra is a terrible character. Like, I mean, there's literally a reason why there's like no top players playing this character because she's just bad. Like, if you're trying to climb league, I just don't see a reason to pick this character. Like, I like her, she's fun, she does a lot of damage, but like, right now, if you really want to play an AP character, like Xerath and Heimer, bot lane, I think Xerath Heimer just do her job better. And also, like, I don't know, it just feels like every single game she has to build Zonyas. Like, if you don't build Zonyas, you're literally going to go, like, 0-20. And I feel like she only has one mythic option, and you don't even want to buy it because Luden's... Like, the mythic passive for ability haste is just so useless, but you literally just want it because Zyra's kit just synergizes so well with Agony, the passive for Landry's. Because you can just like pop a plant and then like pop the Agony passive on someone for a while, and then that also synergizes with Comet. But like Zyra has like some of the worst AP ratios in the game, and so you just want Magic Pen. So like in an ideal world, there'd be an item where like Leandry's could have Magic Pen, which would be really cool. And I think one thing Riot could do is like, if they really wanted people to like have more fun with the game, is like mix and match mythic passives with certain items, but maybe that'd be too OP. Like I could see that could be really, really broken, because everyone would just stack like the damage stuff and like you're a character like Zillion who just wants CDR. So yeah, I didn't really like the season. I felt like you can't play Zyra as a carry because like people will just hate you for taking kills, and like she's really only good versus a bunch of like melees. Like if they have a bunch of ranged or assassins, like the game feels terrible. There's literally like if the enemy support ever picks Pyke, yeah, like there's nothing you can do. Like the game is lost. Like I feel like I dodged so many games just playing Pyke. But she's good versus Enchanters. Like she's really good versus Soraka. She's really good versus Bard. She's really good versus Janna. She can be good into Karma. The Karma match was kind of a skill matchup. She can be good into Lulu, but like, and I played her mid sometimes too when I got autofilled. And I don't know. I feel like maybe next season I'll transfer to mid. But I say this every year and I never actually do it because support's just really fun. And also Frilo. Like I really do feel like the role is very, very easy to climb in. But yeah. And this preseason doesn't really seem like it's going to change Zyra at all. I still don't know why you would pick Zyra. And honestly, I don't know if I could ever... I mean, maybe it's a possibility for me to get Grandmasters, but like, I don't know. I just feel like it'd be so hard to do on Zyra. Like, I really do think I could probably get Grandmasters if I just played Enchanter characters, but like, it doesn't feel skillful to play, and it doesn't like feel rewarding because you're not really having that much impact on the game. You're just playing to not die and like get as many spell rotations out as possible. Like, yeah, you can play Nami and you can have like a cool bubble, like R combo that saves someone. You can play Lulu and like flash and then R yourself in, and like, you know, it looks cool and flashy, but like, are you really doing anything? Because in late game team fights, you're just standing pressing E, and I don't know. This is just like a whole debate I have with myself, and I don't know. Like, I don't really like what Riot has been doing with the game. Like, I feel like why are we focusing on internals? Why are we so focused on this? Like, why can't we be focused more on like game balance? Like, there's so like it took them way too long to like realize that Heartsteel and Ravenous Hydra need to be hotfixed this preseason. Like, that should have been done in like a day. I don't know. I guess I'll just like talk about Zyra, I guess. I'm kind of just doing this out of boredom because I don't really feel like playing League, because I was playing on a Smurf account, and it's just like, I guess people really like to troll in preseason for whatever reason. I guess a lot of people just don't understand that like you can actually like do stuff in preseason. So this is the page I take every single game. Like, there's no reason to ever take anything that isn't Comet. Comet is just her keystone. You have to take this. It's broken. You can make an argument for Nimbus Cloak. You can make an argument for Nullifying Orbs in some cases, but like 9 out of 10 times just go Manifold Band. Transcendence, always. You can also do Absolute Focus. Like, it's really, this one's more just like a feel for the game. Like, I just like the CDR. Some people I play with the extra damage, but like, because like really you always are gonna get this off because you either do your combo before you die, or I mean, there's some, I don't know. So I personally just love Transcendence. Scorch every single time because you're playing support. If I'm playing mid, I can make an argument for Gathering Storm, but it's just like, it's always Scorch. Never go Water Walking. This is a bait. Domination, I think Relentless Hunter is better, but I have more fun with Treasure Hunter. I do think Relentless Hunter is the play, and it's just always Taste of Blood, and you never draw any of these others. They're all bait. Like, this doesn't work. This is not enough. This isn't enough value compared to Taste of Blood, and then these three, these aren't for supports to take. I mean, they are, but like, they're just not for Zyra to take. Always take Ignite. Skins, I mean, I just think Coven's the best one. Like, I don't know. Like, I think all of Zyra's skins are garbage except for Coven. Like, every single one of them is terrible. Yeah. What else? Yeah, I don't know. I wish Zyra would get more skins. Yeah, I really, really like this character, but she's just bad. Like, she has a high win rate because she does a lot of damage, but like, the longer the game goes out, it actually just seems hopeless for Zyra. Let me just change. Why isn't my sound working? Let me see, why is my sound not working? Okay. So, always take Flash Ignite. There are some cases where you can take Exhaust, but like, I just take Ignite every single game. Always start Spell Thieves. And then your first back should always be, like, if you can, your first back should always be Sword Boots, like, every single time. This item is so good. It is so cost efficient. Magic Pen is Zyra's best stat, and you're playing support, so you want the movement speed to like maybe follow her own mid, but you don't always want to, and I'll talk about like following her own because that's like Zyra's weak point. It's always Leanderies, and then like after that, it's just kind of flexible. Like, if you just want damage in every situation, and unless they have like a couple characters with shields, Void Staff is always an option. If you just still want damage, why is it giving me an AFK win? If you still want damage in Shadow Flame, if you still want damage after that, I actually don't think it's death cap because the game will end before you get death cap. I think it's actually just better to go Zonias. But like, this never happens. Like, what'll happen 90% of the games is if Zyra doesn't win lane, I'm rushing this. Because I'm not useful if I don't rush this. Because I'm gonna die because I didn't win lane. And with Zonias, I can at least like bait stuff out and then drop my combo, and then I die, and then that's my usefulness to a team fight, and that doesn't feel good sometimes. But like, that is how Zyra has to be played because the game is just so mobility creeped and so high damage, and she can't keep up with it. This is her only way to be useful. And you know, maybe I'm just really bad at the game, and maybe you know there's someone out there who's figured out a better way to play Zyra than me. I mean, I don't think that's not possible or impossible, but. This is just what I think is best. So 9 out of 10 games, you go Leandries and then Zonias. Even when ahead, I'll still buy Zanya second sometimes. If they have Soraka or they have Yuumi, you can rush Oblivion Orb and you can leave it at that. Sometimes I'll finish Namicon if it's just like I back with a lot of gold because then it's cost efficient. But 9 out of 10 times I'll just sit on Oblivion and then go Sork and then Leandries and then Zonias. But like, I don't know, it just feels like in 90% of my games are building Zonias. Like, this item is just... The ability to just do this is so broken. Like, you bait out Rengar, you bait out Graves R, you bait out, like, Lilia R, you bait out Karthus R. Like, it's just... It's too good. It's too good. So, let's talk about leveling up. And... I guess laning phase... So, like, in 9 out of 10 scenarios, you're starting Q on Zyra. It feels terrible to start E. The only times you start E is if, like, you're confirmed getting a kill on an invades because someone calls for a random invade. But even after that, getting the kill, it feels bad to have E level 1. W is always the second thing you level up, except if you have, like, a clear window for a level 2 advantage, and then you can, like, do, like... you know, a flash root or something, but like even that feels terrible to do because she like when you flash you sit in place a lot. Like flash root isn't something you want to do. Like 9 out of 10 times you're using flash defensively on Zyra to like bait shit out or like stall out a fight, or like you know sometimes you can flash into plants and something stupid happens. You never max W. You never ever put more than 1 point into W. Like you leave this until you absolutely have to. Sometimes I do 3 points Q and then max E. Sometimes I'll max Q, sometimes I'll max E. It's like really dependent on like the matchup. But like if you're just like looking to pick up Zyra and you're like trying to be like useful, like just max E. If you're trying to like actually have fun and like you know feel like you're doing damage and doing work, like max Q. I think maxing Q is more fun, personally. E is definitely the highest win rate because it's CC. And because it combos well with R, but yeah. What else? One thing like I don't think people do is using plants to like scout for vision. This is so broken to do. The fact and it's broken because all enchanters and like squishy range supports like have this issue where they have to face check because they're not a tank support, they're not Pyke. If they face check, they're gonna fucking die. It's not like they're tanky enough to survive. Like Rengar's just sitting in the bush. Oh wait, I planted it and then I fake and I walk away. I drop the plant and walk away. Like what you do, and this works so much out of the time. Like say this ward is Rengar right here, and like we know this is the max range. We wait until we're in absolute max range and then we turn immediately after we drop the plant. Like the second you drop the plant, you turn. And I can't tell you how many times it's like baited skill shots, it's like stopped me from dying because people just they're in here at like the edge of their seat ready to get like a first kill or blood. Always if you're leashing, please just walk this way every single time. And sometimes they'll do cheese shit here. So sometimes you have to like walk here and then you have to go all the way down to the wall. Like you really don't want to invade Zyra. Like it's so important to get level 2 and just shove, especially versus like tank supports. It's so important to just get level 2 and then zone the enemy AD with the tank support off the wave, because you and your AD can just auto the enemy AD for free while the enemy support is like Nautilus Pike, and they or like Leona, they can't do anything at level 1 unless like something like terrible mispositioning happens. What else? Even in like Masters, I feel like people still fall for this trick, and I feel like it's so common on Zyra. Like 9 out of 10 times, Zyra will get shoved in the wave in a bad lane state. If you stand right here, they can't see the animation of Zyra throwing out her E, and it just leads to like some really, really funny scenarios where like they think they're safe and just autoing the tower and getting plates, but then you just E, combo, R, flash, ignite, and you just blow your home combo and then they die. Like, and sometimes they'll like try to react and like accidentally auto you or throw a skill shot while they're under tower, but then they get slowed by E plants and they take tower shots. Like sometimes there are even cases, and I like we'll just where if it's just me, my enemy AD died, or my AD died, and I'm like under the tower alone, and it's 2v1 and they're like about to die of me, I will ult the wave and the AD, and like I'll just sometimes randomly get a double kill because they think they can die of me, but they like actually can't because you're Zyra. They just like underestimate like what this character does. But yeah, like always look for bush cheeses. Like you have so much pressure in a bush. Like it's so important, and this just isn't just for Zyra, but like this is just for like all supports. Like moving in between bushes and threatening something, like you don't even have to do anything, just threatening the idea that you're going to do something will deny the enemy deny the enemy ADCS. It'll put pressure on the enemy support to think like it'll mind game them, and it just lets your AD like CS for free. Like it's such a basic combat or concept that like even high elo players like I feel like don't understand it. It's really, really sad because it's been in the game for so long. Like just presence without using abilities can sometimes be really, really threatening, and not that many people think of it. What else? Zyra is super broken at objectives because she shreds objectives really, really hard. You drop QW and then you never use E on the objective. You just hold E until the enemy jungler walks up and tries to steal or like whatever, like some shit like that. What else? And this new Chem Punk map is really, really cool. I love it. I think it's a cool idea. I wish this is one thing I do like Riot did. I love this new Chem Punk map, but it feels like the Chem Punk map is so much more impactful than the other maps. Like I don't notice I'm in the other maps. When I'm in the Chem Punk map, I notice I'm in the Chem Punk map because it's actually like having interactions on the map, and it's really, really cool. The plants are really, really cool. They have really, really cool effects. When it's air Drake, I don't notice it's air Drake. I just randomly get a burst of movement speed like in certain areas. Great, that's cool, but like it doesn't really make an impact on the game. Like same with Fire Drake. Like I don't notice like the bushes like being gone and spots being open. Like that's cool, but like that's it. That's all it does. Just the terrain's gone. I wish they would just like do more with the other maps. Like, I think it'd be really, really cool for the game. Zyra's super broken at doing Scuttle. If you see Scuttle up, whether your jungler's going for it or the enemy jungler's going for it, like, or well, not with your jungler. If you think the enemy jungler could be in the area, I wouldn't go for it. But like, for whatever reason, if you just think you have the time and no one's around it, just fucking take it. I don't care if my jungler's like on here and I'm doing here, just take it. Because it just removes the chance for their jungler to get killed. One thing I would never advise doing is ever invading and like, especially in the first 20 minutes of the game, never invading and taking, like enemy jungle camps. Also, preseason they nerf you taking jungle camps from your jungler, which is, that's a whole argument that I fucking hate. I don't know why they did that, but I guess they want junglers to not be slaves. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. This character, I think she's really, really cool. I think she does a lot of damage. I love the idea of like the plants. I love the idea that like she does like a shit ton of damage from like a good distance away. It's super funny watching people die to ranged plants and they just walk through it because they don't expect that much damage. And she definitely was designed as a mid laner when they reworked her passive and her W, but she, like, you can't be a mid laner. Like, what do you do versus Cat? What do you do versus Kiana? What do you do versus Pyke? What do you do versus any assassin in the game? As soon as they get hit level 3, you can't play laning phase. Like, you literally cannot. Like, you just have to give up CS while they go roam and double kill your bot lane. It's cringe. It's very, very cringe. And then to top it off, they just nerfed mid lane gold. Yeah, I don't know. Zyra can also, like, do Baron really, really quickly. You just, like, while you're waiting for your teammates to come, you just drop plants. Just drop as many as you can. Q, and then if you feel like you just need to burst it, I see no one do this. Just ult, just for the arranged autos to do the objective faster. No one does this. I don't know why. Zyra's ult has a very, very low cooldown. It's not that long at, like, rank 2, and then with Transcendence, it's really not that bad. Just use it. Like, I feel like a lot of people who play Zyra, they just save her ult for, like, the next 10 years, but, like, just use it. Like, I use it to take waves. Like, sometimes my first ultimate will be to just clear the wave so I don't get dove under tower if my AD dies in laning phase. And that in itself is worth, because it's almost a kill worth of gold. But, like, people just don't think of it that way. And they'll just hold it and never use it. Yeah. I don't really think there's anything else to talk about. I really like League, but this season is looking like it's gonna suck fat cock, and my character sucks fat cock, so I don't know. I've been playing Pyke for fun on another account, and I've been losing every game doing so in gold. So maybe that just shows how much of a one trick I am, I guess. I don't know. But other than that, life has been really, really awesome for me. And yeah. League of Legends. Okay, thank you, bye.